It's week 3 of the 2023 season. Up next, we'll see Joe Mixon. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the 49ers and the Packers under the lights on Sunday night.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Right to the air is Rodgers. He gets this to Devante Adams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Amari Cooper. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2. End zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Burrow on third down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Now Burrow on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 21 carries, 83 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Ray McLeod. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Here's McLeod on the return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The kick by Gold is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, good start for him in this one here the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down, here's Burrow. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow, middle of the field to Jefferson. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brendan, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they'll get this down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Oh, now a running play here with Smith. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Gould is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Rodgers now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Rodgers now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And again, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember that
they're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the interception, they'll take over with good starting field position here. Down by 2 as they begin with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to move back in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is up to 5.
Next to score, Packers 14, 49ers 9.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Burrow on 3rd down. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers and the Packer offense back out onto the field. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 2nd of this first half, as he'll try again on 1st down here. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 31, Rodgers over the middle. That's caught by Adams. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. McLeod to return it. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On second down, here's Mixon. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Crosby with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Jacoby Brissett leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play, but no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one, because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7.
49ers offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Dance, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Up the middle, Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. Touchdown, 49ers!
Jamar Chase,
58 yards.
And the Niners have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. Yeah, how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Cooper here.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here to Waller. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action, now Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Rodgers again now. And the Niners get there and bring him down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. From the 38, Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Shifts by him. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Ball at the 26. 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 3rd down, Mixon. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Middle of the field to Jefferson. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow. Here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Powers through him. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Now it's Burrow. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down at 5. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You can try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does, to the tune of a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he's going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to get this to midfield.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Burrow. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. But that's not going to help the cause as he stops short of the 10. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And some room to work. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Now Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To throw, Burrow. Connecting with Mixon. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. That's complete to Chase. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing, Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Burrow. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.